Welcome back to week 4 of Messengers. Before we jump into our story for the week, we're going to play Speak Out.
That's right, we are. We're going to put these plastic mouth pieces in our mouths, and then we have to read a statement to each other and get the other person to guess what we're saying. We each have 3, so you're gonna guess what I'm saying, I'm gonna guess what you're saying. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I'd love to start, but ladies first.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Great, I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
The
bad
pancakes
flew
up.
The bad pancakes leave? The blew up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Got it.
Backstage, we have sweet pickles.
Backstage, we have street pickles? Sweet pickles. Oh, I'm getting this. Leeches? Peaches. One more time? Beaches.
Ate a buttered popcorn.
What? What? Okay, beaches. We got that. Made?
Of
Beaches made of?
buttered popcorn.
Beaches made of buttered popcorn? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, let's do this. Okay.
I can see all of your teeth.
It's all right. Okay, here we go. All.
All. Ball. A ball. These are really hard.
Hit.
Hit. A ball hit.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
A ball kicked.
No. Hit. 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 Okay. Hit the kid crossing.
A ball hit the kid crossing.
No. Hit.
Sit.
No, okay.
Yeah, a ball going in a hole, but that's
Okay,
not
okay.
a word.
Hole.
A ball.
Hit. I got
Hit.
Yes. Oh, okay. Ding ding. Okay. Hit with
Pink.
frosting.
Frosting.
Yes.
Okay, with pink frosting. Okay, that was really hard.
Okay. Here we go. Puppies make yellow snow.
Puppies make yellow snow.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Pin the tail on the meatball.
Pin the tail on the meatball.
Oh, goodness. We got it. Okay.
I think you were a lot better at deciphering what I was saying,
Yeah.
so I should probably suffer the consequence.
Oh, that's great. I'd love for you to have the consequence.
So we'll come back at the end of this episode to find out what the consequence is, the unique international snack that I'll be trying. But before we do that, let's take some time to pause and worship God.
Let's worship.
Well, amen. Do me a favor, would you stand up? We are glad you're here. Whether you're here in person or online, we get the great opportunity to worship God today, celebrate a God who fights our battles for us. Let's sing it out. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is a mountain, you see the mountain move. And as I walk through the shadow, your love surrounds me. There's nothing to fear now, for I am safe with you. So when I will fight on my knees with my hands lifted high. Oh God, the battle belongs to you, and every fear I will lay at your feet. I'll sing through the night. Oh God, the battle belongs to you. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. You shine in the shadow. You win every battle. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. Almighty fortress, you go before us. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. Shine in the shadows, you win every battle. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. An almighty fortress, you go before us. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. Shout in the shadow, you win every battle. Nothing can stand against the power of our God. So when I will fight on my knees with my hands lifted high. Oh God, that'll belongs to you. Every fear I will lay at your feet. I'll sing through the night. Oh God, that'll belongs to you. So God, that'll belongs to you. Amen.
This month, we've been learning about people in the Bible who shared the message of God. One of those people is a guy named Paul. You may remember Paul when his name was Saul. Saul's life was completely changed when he heard the message of Jesus, so he committed his life to telling people about God. Paul traveled all around in order to tell as many people as he could. We're going to read one of those times today. Open your Bibles and read Acts chapter 16, verses 9 through 15 as a class, and then let's check in on Carl.
Y'all want to hear a mailman joke? Okay, here we go. Knock, knock. Then you say, like, who's there? And I say, Nana. Then you say, Nana who? To which I say, Nana, your business. That was good, right? Man, I cracked myself up. So, you're a little late because I just finished up my route. I know. It was a good day. I only got bit by 4 dogs and believe it or not, just 1 lizard. And that's why I always say a bite from a lizard is always... That's weird. It's addressed to me. Where'd this come from? Sounds like... It could be a chandelier. Maybe... Could be a chandelier, skateboard, or a carrot cake. I love carrot cake. Oh, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't be doing this in front of y'all. I mean, would you want me to, like, I don't know, open it now? I can? All right. There's nothing in there. Ah!
You thought it was a chandelier, and you opened it and it hit you in the face.
This was you?
Yeah, pretty funny, right?
Yeah, hilarious. I can't stop laughing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it would be funny,
Well, it was a little funny.
right?
I mean, it was the last thing I was expecting, so.
I knew it would be.
Yeah, that confetti went everywhere.
Like God's message.
Excuse me?
Oh, I was just saying, like, how the confetti went everywhere, God's message is similar.
Andrew, are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up? You're talking nonsense.
I'm fine. Carl, don't you remember what Paul did in Acts chapter 16?
Like the back of my hand. What is that?
Well, Paul was sleeping when God sent him a vision.
Another vision? We just learned about Peter's last week. What was Paul's?
Paul saw a man from the city of Macedonia begging. He said, come over to Macedonia and help us.
How long would it take to ride my bike to Macedonia?
Depends on where you live.
Say I live in, I don't know, Michigan.
Well, there's a lot of water to cross, so I'd recommend a plane and then an Uber.
What if I lived in Down Under, like in Australia?
Same thing. There's water, then land. You're going to want to go north of Greece once you cross the Mediterranean Sea.
Very good. So when Paul woke up, did he go or not? Because it seems like wherever you are on the planet, it's going to be a long walk.
Well, Paul trusted that this vision was from God, so he got up and went to Macedonia.
Even though he wasn't sure exactly why?
Yep, he may not have understood why he was supposed to go right now, but later on it would make sense.
Wow, that takes a lot of faith.
Sure does. So they traveled a long ways just to get to Macedonia. And after a few days, they went to find a place of prayer near the river.
Was anyone there?
There were, a group of women actually, and Paul began to share God's message with them. But in the crowd, there was a lady named Lydia.
Lydia, I've heard of her. Did she follow Jesus too?
She, like others in her time, were just learning about Jesus. She worshiped God, and Paul was the messenger from God used to open her heart to the message of Jesus.
Nice. So what happened next?
Well, God began to work on Lydia and open her heart to the message that Paul was teaching.
Awesome. Did she choose to get baptized?
Not only her, but her whole family as well. They chose to follow God together that day.
Wow. So that's what the vision was about.
Exactly. God gave Paul that vision so he could get up and spread the message of God to those who needed it.
That's really cool. I wonder how he could do that.
What do you mean, Carl?
Well, I know I live a long way from Macedonia, but how can I share God's message in new places like Paul?
Well, believe it or not, it's pretty easy.
Really?
Well, think about it. Each week, don't you go to new places?
Sure. I go to the aquarium, the grocery store, Chick-fil-A, and sometimes the bank to ask for samples.
Well, then there you go. Those are all places where God's message can go with you. Everywhere we go, we have the opportunity to not only share God's love, but share God's message and be kind to everyone we meet.
Huh, wow, I guess you're right. Better start acting like this confetti and start bringing God's message everywhere.
That sounds like a great plan.
Hey there, kiddos. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed watching Carl learn a valuable lesson this week. And speaking of that, our big idea this week is God's message goes everywhere. So let's do our absolute best to say it so loud that the stamps on people's letters will begin to fly off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. God's message goes everywhere. Wonderful job, everyone. Now, before you go, can I ask you a huge favor? Can you do your best to bring God's message to all of your friends and family this week? I bet there are things you can do to show your friends love, to be supportive of your family, to help someone around you. All of these things are things that take God's message to others. Deal? Deal. I'll see you next time, kids. Bye.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
God sent Paul all the way to Macedonia to deliver the message of Jesus to Lydia.
Yeah, God's message goes everywhere, and you get to be a part of spreading that message. God's message can be spread around school, home, the playground, church, around the United States, and even around the world. One of those places the message of God is being spread right now is Indonesia. Our friend Jarrett has been in Indonesia for almost a year. He traveled across the world to tell people about Jesus. Take a look at this video to see where he's at.
Hey everybody, I'm going to show you guys some interesting things about living here in Papua, Indonesia, a very different place from Vancouver, Washington. Okay? So, one thing that's different is that we can't drink the water from the sink. We have to put it in this jug so that it gets filtered, and then we can drink it from there. Another thing is that a lot of houses don't have air conditioning, or if they do, like mine, it's only in the bedroom. It's still very hot, and I'm sweating just a little bit just from sitting here. Also, another thing that's different is this is the power outlet. It's very different from the US, and I have to use adapters when I plug in all my electronic things. Another thing that's different and really cool is the fruit. So this is a mango, which you can get in the US, but the special thing is this mango was grown right here in the town that I live, because mangoes grow here like a normal thing you'd see growing on trees, like an apple even. It's that normal. So this is a mango grown right here. This is also a more unique fruit. I don't know what it is, but I bought some, and they taste pretty good. Another thing that's really different is driving. So one thing is that I don't drive a car. I drive a motorcycle here. And that's something I've never done before until I moved here. Also, driving looks a lot different here. You can see I'm on the road, and there are very different roads and very different driving styles. It's a little crazy sometimes, but it works, I guess. Now I'm up at the school where I work, and you can probably see in the background the buildings look very different than probably the buildings you're used to at school. Also, this is Mount Cyclops, which is the mountain that's right next to the town Sentani where I live. It's pretty awesome. It's a beautiful mountain that I get to look at all the time because this is where we live. But probably a very different school campus than what you're used to in the US.
What a good reminder that the message of God goes everywhere. And not just people like Paul get to spread that message. We do. It might be scary and we might be out of our comfort zone, but just like the message changed Lydia's life, we might get to be a part of God changing someone else's life. Take a few minutes as a class to talk about our story today, and then take some time to pray for courage to share the message of God wherever He asks you to. It's that time. Time to figure out what international snack I'll be eating today. I haven't had great luck so far this month.
I don't think either one of us has. Okay,
No, it's
21 White. That, my friend, is a special treat. Hailing all the way from Japan, you get wasabi flavored Kit Kats. Delicious. If you like candy and you like wasabi, this is what you get.
I do like Kit Kats, and I also like wasabi.
Yeah, and just to make sure that this is truly a consequence,
Uh-oh.
we're gonna top it off with even more wasabi.
Oh no.
Are you excited? You look excited.
I'm
Well,
excited about this.
I feel like you're holding it all in.
I'm not excited about the
All right.
extra wasabi. Wasabi, this is gonna ruin my lunch.
Okay.
You guys, that is so,
Delicious.
you might not be able to see it fully, but that's a lot of wasabi.
Enjoy.
I can't even like eat around it.
No.
It looks like little slugs. Well, you have to break Kit Kats, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't.
Is it good? Is there...
Oh,
Yeah?
it's so spicy.
I think she likes it.
Ooh.
Tell us what you're feeling.
It just like burns. Yeah, I'm gonna taste it without the wasabi. Do you want to taste it, Eric?
No. No, it's your consequence, not mine.
Here, I'll split with you. This is good.
I mean, it tastes like Kit Kat
Oh, here's a Kit Kat.
without wasabi. There's no wasabi
This,
in it.
objectively, I like the taste of wasabi. That was way too much. And my nose still burns. But that's it for today. We'll see you next week for the final week of Messengers. See you later.